Go for it.
You guys want callouts first?
Yeah. I think it would be helpful.
Alright. Slope. All this is tracks throughout the entire map. This is roof. I mean, it's important to call if it's like, if the sniper is peeking, if it's top of roof, or like right side roof, left side roof, far back, whatever. Because it's pretty big. This is bridge or flank, and then flank can go like all the way until here. This is playground rock. And playground is this top area. And then under it, by the pack, is cubby. This is cliff. This is pixel.
Hello. I've returned. Are you guys
like?
Oh, Glow.
We're map reviewing right now.
He was in my pug last night.
We're map reviewing. Shut the fuck up.
Alright. Let's go.
Don't interrupt your mentor.
This is another slope or hill, and then it continues all the way up until like here. Like this entire fucking thing is just hill. It's big again, so you need to use like directional call out. They're close or back, and then what side they're on. All this is tunnel. There's main tunnel. Oh yeah, I'll do that in a sec. And then here is side tunnel.
Side tunnel.
For the rocks, depending on what side you're on, it can either be like right rock, middle rock, or it'll be like middle and left if you're on the other side. What's here? This is cliff. This is second playground. This is porch.
Isn't
This is like,
B-house?
huh?
Isn't that like B-house or whatever? The
All of this?
other playground?
stream?
No, like,
Oh, you can call it B house. I just call it B playground. You can say B house if you want. There's like a lot of houses here. There's this. There's this. I call this apartments or window, and then this is like the main like actual house. And then under it, there's underhouse, and then or sewer, and then bridge, or just like tracks. Third, catwalk. Wait, hold on. Okay, I hope this doesn't crash the server. This is catwalk.
Catwalk.
This is roller coaster.
Wait, I have a question. Behind you, what is that spot? Like sewers. Like, is it also sewers? Like sewers to the left. You know,
Sewers is like this lower area, all
And
the way
turn
until like here.
Yeah. What's that part in front of you? Is it also track?
This? Oh,
like,
this
no,
is
no,
tracks.
ramp
No,
up.
like to the right, like to the health pack, like the cliff way.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, I can probably just say cliff. I don't really have a call for it.
Oh.
Call it crack house.
But it does go up to shit house, which is this. This thing's got like 5 fucking million different callouts. I just call it U-turn. I've heard
U-turn.
bend, I've heard bucket. I think
U-turn
there's
sounds good.
something else. Yeah.
Banana.
banana.
This
You
is
talking about
banana.
on
Oh
third?
yeah, banana. There's so
yeah,
fucking
banana.
many. This is
Banana
drop
sounds good.
down.
Drop down.
This area doesn't really have a call. I don't know. This is still tracks. This area is spiral,
Spiral.
and then under.
Under.
This part is Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Like this is the Harry Potter bomb up to tiles. All of this area is tiles, and then here's crates.
Great.
And then the other room, this is clock. And then back to spiral. Head glitch is like by these stairs.
What exactly is head glitch?
It's like when heavies sit up here revved up and like shoot up a cart. It's like a desperation.
Isn't it like
play.
something like Heavy can shoot from his eyes or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorta. It's not like
So-
entirely a head glitch, but you know.
Uh, are you confused as to what a head glitch is?
Yeah. Not
A head
necessarily
glitch
location.
is essentially there's a glitch. It's not really a glitch, but essentially how the firing boxes work is that the bullets come out of the heavy's face instead of out of his minigun. So you could be
Yeah.
crouched behind like a box or something, and then you will only have your head visible, and like be dealt the full
Right.
damage of the minigun
I don't know if like from the eyes is the best way to describe it. I would just
from
say
the
like
head.
heavy like the way hit scan works is it shoots directly into your crosshair, unlike projectiles.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Probably
That's
from
how
the
it is.
player's view origin thing.
Yeah.
it's coming from the minigun to the just the cursor
Yeah,
where
basically.
your head is at.
Okay,
Anyways.
for the like million spawn sniper spots, there's toxic, there's bottom spawn, and there's like the bottom right or bottom left. Then there's top right, top left. There's pub spot, which is that like entire balcony up here, and then
Just call him balcony, maybe. I think.
or balcony.
Yeah.
I actually don't really have a call for this, but there should probably be one.
K&D.
Is it
K&D.
K
That's
and
what
D?
That's what
Sure.
my team called it because K&D like held there.
Yeah, that is like the K and D hole.
A&D.
I don't think there's anything else for
What
call.
about further like just under crates? What is that area?
Under crates, like here?
Yeah, yeah, like here.
Doesn't really have a call. You can say like far back or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a. If you're
Or
rolling, is
even under crates.
another. If you're rolling, is another funny head glitch right here.
Oh, team leaders here.
You guys want offense or defense first?
What, for the scrim?
No, for the to review.
Go
Let's do
defense
def
first. I feel like.
first.
Yeah,
Defense,
defense.
okay. Holding first. Your goal is to make sure your medic doesn't die or force to sacks, and to delay the card as much as possible. This is probably like the hardest first hold on any map, but even
Yeah.
as it is, it's still like quote unquote like a soft hold, basically. It's not like a very strong hold compared to the other points on the map. Obviously, blue's like advantage with the spawns, and then how close they are to spawn, and then the distance red has to travel. You know. But it's not as soft as like on Vigil, where you're just gonna exist passively and then basically leave after a certain point. Here, like, you have advantages you can play, and your main one's basically gonna be your sniper, because this angle fucking sucks for blue team.
Yeah.
And as long as your sniper's alive, a lot of the time it's gonna be holdable. So the way you're gonna play this, basically your soldier for the entire defense should be running banner, battalion's backup. That shit is busted. It can basically win your team any dry fight or post fight or whatever, just if you have the banner, and then it's really easy to build because you just spam like at the cart wherever. And even you could go get like 0 kills, but if you have a banner for every fight, your team's gonna hold for like 15 minutes because it is really good. So your soldier's gonna be playing like this top right area, and then your scout like on the left of playground.
Yeah, cause I always find like enemy power classes just jump up to playground and kill me.
Yeah, your heavy is basically gonna be sitting and puppy guarding you from
Oh.
exactly that, and also your
Okay.
spy. Like the spy should never be able to decloak and kill your sniper on playground as long as your heavy is up here somewhere.
I see.
Like there's like what 2 maybe 3 spots to uncloak, and then your heavy just can see all of them instantly. So like your sniper should never die to that.
I feel like this is just a really stressful spot for sniper.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh.
trust your team. Are these stairs invisible for anyone else?
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
for me.
The fuck?
That's
The
fair
primary
enough.
threats for sniper in playground is spy and probably like just the other sniper. Spy is
should
easily
never
taken
be a
care of.
threat.
Yeah, spy should never be a threat for you if you're there.
It's gonna be mostly like for soldier. Things are gonna try and get under sniper by like jumping them or like jumping from this rock.
Yeah.
Because that's basically like the entire like focus of the first push is to get the sniper off of playground. Because as long as your sniper can sit up here, he's basically gonna be guaranteed picks on the push. Your
What's a good
medic.
starting?
Mhm.
Sorry. What's a good starting spot for the sniper? Do I just sit playground like
On playground.
beginning
You can do
map?
playground. Most snipers are gonna take a shot from somewhere else and then rotate or move. Like, basically, you'll see tracks or like far right over here. There's like a fucking spot over here or some shit.
What the fuck?
There's a few funny things
Wait,
as a heavy that I've
there's
done
one
for my
more.
sniper.
Yeah.
I think you can
Or-
stand on this or something.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. What?
As heavy, I've crouched underneath or like in front of him with the fist of steel out, and he has his own head glitch.
Or over here. So if you want, you can take a shot and then back up.
Where's
Double
right
stand
there,
up
by the
here.
way? I missed the call.
Here.
Yeah.
It is so difficult. Like, if you want to peek in the spawn here, it's really, really hard to see.
Yeah. What's this place called, by the way?
Tires, I guess? I've
Tires.
never
the
called
fuck?
it.
Mike TF2 just fucking broke.
Oh no.
What the dude? I'm so confused right now.
Okay, your demo's gonna be
Oh, no.
playing, like, the base of the stairs. And then
This
you always want to
slide.
have traps. Like, on their push, you basically always want to have traps on somewhere on, like, these pillars. Because that's really good, and you want to delay their push or make them use early by having those traps there just consistently, and they're gonna like know they have a trap sphere. Or like it's even better if they don't know, because then you get a kill. But you spamming over, just like trying to deny as much space as possible. Your pyro's floating around, basically checking between flank and then cubbying by your demo. Your NG can have a gun. I like to put my gun like on this rock just for sacks, because
Can you
sometimes
actually build on that rock?
yes, you can. It's like
Huh.
it's a small spot, but there's somewhere you can build on it on the very top. Because sometimes soldiers and demos are gonna high bomb like over on this flank side and it catches them, and you can then just move it back. But like or normal
heard you
gun
were supposed
spot is like over here somewhere.
Yeah, I heard you were supposed to kind of go like right here-ish. So you
Oh,
have
that's
sight
too
line to
open.
the,
You kind of
Is
want to
it?
hide it from the like top of the stairs. It
Yeah.
won't see cart, but it helps with managing playground and flank a lot more.
Alright.
Your medic, please don't AFK in the cubby. You want to rotate around as much as possible, rotating heals between people forward, people on playground, and then people on flank. And then you can reach everyone really quickly, except like maybe your soldier. But don't get run at during sacks or bomb just because you're sitting AFK like in a cubby, hoping other people look forward for you. You can play your medic during sacks, like farther back if you want, but it kind of depends on where you think their team is gonna go. Because the meta used to be like every medic would play in cubby, and then this would be what was bombed every time. And then medics stopped playing there, and they started playing tracks. So now like tracks is the new go-to bomb. So it's kind of like a cat and mouse sort of thing. I don't know. It depends on like what their sacks are called, like parachute bomb or manwich heavy or whatever. But I'd say generally cubby is a lot more dangerous unless you have a lot of people like really close with you, and then you can really trust them to just see forward and stop anything from getting in there. Okay, so for the actual first, like general first hold, you're not going to be able to do a lot to stop the cart from getting like here, but once it gets in between these brackets, then it's easy for your demo to just arc and spam over. And you guys basically want to focus the cart as much as possible, because like that's the objective obviously, and then like your only goal on this point is to get as much time as possible on it. But you don't really want to die for it, because that would be worse. Like you take what you can get, but don't fuck up your second hold for it. On the exchanges, they're usually going to use either over here or through tracks. I think tracks is a lot better for re-exchange because if you go over here, it's really easy. If you just have a pyro close, you might not even need to use because you're like with this angle that it's at, their Uber is not gonna like get anywhere if your pyro is playing close enough at the expected time of the Uber. Or also they can get stuffed in this corner even if they get over. It's just a lot safer to go well, this is like offense, not defense, but it's better to go tracks for Ubers. And then this defense Uber is going to be on your pyro and your demo. You basically want to have your demo in every defense Uber on this map, because a lot of the like recurring themes with Ubers is you're going to be stuffing them into a corner where your demo is like sticking up. So like or somewhere in like a narrow choke or something that your demo can stick off. And you can get a lot of damage with the Uber or like in the post with that. So here, things get stuck in this corner on the pillar. So it'll kind of be like a 50-50 between your demo and your pyro, and then your pyro's trying to get them into that corner, and then your demo's ready to like stick them up and then right click and kill 3 people as it fades. But that's like the ideal world. But generally, it is nice to have your demo because you kind of want to try and trap them in with your Uber if they're like. Because it's really easy for them to get stuck in, and then they're trapped, like, they have nowhere to go just because they're sticked off, and then you collect the kills. One of the most important things about holding first is knowing when to leave. The best thing to keep in mind is you don't want to fuck up your second hold. You shouldn't be, like, too afraid to leave, but it's like a fine line, because you don't want to be too, like, prone to leaving. Basically, like a rule of thumb, there's like 3 major advantages you have: your Uber, your gun, and your sniper. And your sniper is probably the biggest one out of that. Unless it's like disad. If you're disad, you're gonna want to like really get out of there. And then the other thing to look at is the amount of players you have alive / in the fight, because spawning isn't gonna count. I can't really give like a hard and fast rule for when to leave. But generally, as long as you have like maybe either a huge player advantage or like 2 of the 3 things between your sniper, Uber, and gun, then you'll want to stay. But that's like a really rough rule. You kind of just want to make the call by yourself. But the most important thing is, I've said it already, but like don't be so focused on holding first that you lose second, because second is a way better hold.
If you want me to, can I can I say something real quick about the getting out? As a main caller, the 3 things you should really always be looking for is like there's 3 things when it comes to getting out or staying in the decision. The first one is always space. How much space does your team have? Do you have space? Do they have space? Either way. The second rule is cart time. How is cart time? And then the third is always players. You want to always see how many players are up or down. Those are the 3 things you want to look at to make a call. If you're down like 3 players, then that's probably saying good time. And if you're down 2 players, you can say to your players and say like, hey, we're down 2 players. The next person, if we lose 1 more player, we're getting out. That'll let your players know that like, oh, I should stop playing so forward and play passive.
It also depends on like what their team's kind of doing at the moment, because being down people isn't gonna matter if their team's like not existing on the map. But
That's why
like
I said space
again. Yeah. Okay. The most important thing to keep in mind when leaving is their sniper, which is one reason why you have a banner, because you're not gonna ever have to worry about like the sniper watching you guys like cross on the hill or back in the tunnel, and then your medic just dying if you have a resistance and the banner built up.
This is like the fully charged body shot medic spot. When they're doing
yeah.
that. Like
If you don't have the banner, then ideally you want to have someone you can try and sack for the sniper, or even like die to pressure him enough. Like you can die and not kill him, like as a scout probably, just to make sure that your medic can escape safely. Probably your other players. But then it gets worse, because as soon as you don't have to worry about the sniper, there's other things to start worrying about. Because as you guys are going to be leaving the hill, you want to watch above, like this airspace above the fucking wooden thing, and then over here, because things are going to try and bomb. There's not a whole lot of things to do in transition time and points on this map, because obviously, like on Pale, you just have to wait for the cart for some of the time. And so, like, the most... What the fuck? Did you just end remove me? Bro.
Why did you do that, Fermenter?
What?
Who the fuck end
My
removed
joke.
the...
Quite frankly, I didn't know that was possible.
I mean, probably
Oh,
not a
yeah,
good
there's-
idea to test it
That's
on
like-
someone during the map review.
That's like
There's
my
this
sort
angle.
of type. Holy fuck, it's 38. I'm gonna try to speed through this.
There's
Okay,
this
so
angle.
you want to watch sacks while getting out of first. It's usually gonna be your soldier and demo bombing over. So just make sure you're ready for that, because if you're not expecting it, like that's the worst time it can happen. Just be ready, even if it's late. Like you're not safe until it's like, well, it's probably there's kind of like no save time. Because their team doesn't have a whole lot of other things to do until the car's like fully up. That's probably when you can start worrying about it. But it depends. After the transition time, there's not like I'm not sure how many teams are gonna still try and run a sack, but yeah, just watch for it on the transition. The second hold, there's sort of like 3 holds here. One of them is a passive hold on porch. There's like the quote unquote regular hill hold, which revolves around the like middle rock, and then there's the forward hill hold. Personally, I don't think there's any reason to ever do the normal hill hold over just being forward here. Because if you guys are over here, like playing around here, and that's gonna be like your heavy soldier side tunnel, your scout demo just like playing here by in front of a rock, your medic like behind the rock, your gun can be I've seen guns like here and here. I think minis are pretty good on this point, but I'm not really sure for like spots for them. This is basically like the killer angle for sniper. A lot of time, it's better to be like here closer to your team than closer to here, because then it's easier to get stabbed. Unless you have someone like, obviously, like you don't want to, you might not want to peek that much because you're more vulnerable. So you can just have someone babysit you, because this is like the killer. Like if your team, if your sniper can just sit here fully buffed like the entire time their team's trying to cross over on the hill, it'll basically guarantee a pick every single time on someone important.
I think
So that's like the main focus.
yeah, I think the issue I always have is that sometimes like their combo peaks and like I didn't know there was a sniper slow peeking and I just get shot.
Yeah, they'll peek sniper at the same time as their combo
Yeah.
if they're smart. You just have to be patient.
And then, like sometimes I have trouble like seeing the sniper at all, like even if I know they're peeking. So like that's why sometimes I also like to play like around these rocks.
Yeah, it depends.
like-
It's not like the only thing you can play. Like you want to be rotating a lot, but this, if you are able to like safely play here, then it's probably the best. But obviously you
I
want to
see.
mix it up.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, it's important to have your spy calling who's speaking. That's basically like the main defense you have against their sniper peeking along with a bunch of other people to try and bait the shot or whatever. Like for doing a fist of steel heavy, it's pretty obvious, but you know, not always. Okay, I'm not really speeding through this. Okay, generally you want to play a clock closer, because it can sort of go either way. If their sniper's able to like peek here on the hill, or peek here as you guys are trying to hold the hill, then that's sort of the same thing in reverse. And the best way to like stop that is to be close enough where your demo can just like stick the corner, or like single that
Just
like over here.
spam the sniper when he's trying to peek from
Yeah,
the.
he's never gonna be able to peek if you guys are close enough. I
What's
think
the hill called, by the way? The slope.
It's just hill or slope. All of this really.
If you want to be technical, you could call like forward rock, passive rock.
passive. I see.
Okay. I told you spots for like the middle hold. If you guys are forward, honestly, I don't really know if there's like specific spots. Basically, as long as you keep in mind the objective that the reason you're existing here is to stop their sniper from being able to do anything to you guys on hill, then you'll be okay. You just want to like shove your faces in the doors on the right and left just to make sure that like anything close enough is just gonna explode instantly. So the passive hold is gonna be sort of when their snipers like hard scoped on the top of the hill, and then you guys literally cannot do anything to stop them, and then you guys are gonna be like hiding on the porch, and then this hold really sucks. It is
That's
very
windows.
easy to break this hold from the other side because they can play high ground, and then you guys kind of only have one place to leave because otherwise you're gonna get like sniped.
Yeah, I feel like
So that means
when
it's
a
really
heavy
easy to.
goes, yeah, when a heavy just goes windows, like it's just
Yeah,
impossible to
that
hold.
sucks too. Like if your demo wants to pressure vet from an angle where he's not gonna instantly die, then he has to peek it wide, which puts him like in a sight line. It's not good. Basically, your main objective when holding upward second is to try and be on the hill as much as possible, and don't fear too much. If there's snipers here, if there's snipers like on the hill, but you guys also have your sniper, you can do sort of the same thing, and like what Skittles is talking about, where you peek your combo and your sniper at the same time, and then you try and get the kill that way. Or honestly, like the sniper's not gonna be able to shoot all of you at once. You can just run at him, right? He's not gonna be able to see like this back area by the tracks unless he's actually really forward, where he's a lot easier to pressure. If he's far back, he's not gonna see you guys until you're like over here. Basically, don't fear too much. Don't throw away your second hold because you guys don't want to like risk losing a single person with a sniper. It can be okay. Get your spy to call it. This is like the one point where it's sort of like product. You can rotate based on the sniper. If he's over here, you can run at him from this side. It is on the sight line, but he's close enough that you're gonna be able to pressure him quickly. If he's over here, he's not gonna be able to see you at all from the left. You know, it just depends. There's like a lot of places you can stand, and you just play around that.
So,
But
like one more.
you guys do want to be on the hill as much as possible because the passive hold sucks. Yeah.
Also, when we are doing the like passive hold, like I never feel safe like scoping in a sniper unless their sniper dies. Like, is that just normal or is that like doing it wrong?
As sniper on passive hold, you're going to be playing back on tracks if you, yeah.
I see.
I mean, it just depends on how much info your team has. Like, I would fear too if I didn't know where their sniper was. You just want that calling, because you dying, like even on this hold, that throws away like a really huge chance for you guys to just have like a 3 hill retake. This spot is basically you usually want to be closer to your combo. This can only be okay if like you get buffed first, and then you have someone sitting on you, so don't just get stabbed. Okay. Oh, something you can do if you guys get forced out of a porch hold, but you still want to refight. Don't try to like clutter through the store. Just walk out, spawn, and come tracks, and try and play it from tracks. But that's sort of more like a last resort thing. But just keep it in mind. Yeah, most of the refights on this are gonna be playing around your sniper. He has to. He cannot get stabbed on point. Leaving the third. There's only one main hold here. You guys are gonna be playing around this house and outside of it. Your heavy's gonna be in U-turn. Your soldier's gonna be trying to play on their catwalk, but sometimes that's not possible. So you can just like roam around spam from wherever you can. Like it depends. You can go kill things shit house, peek from U-turn, but ideally you want controlling their cat because it stops their sniper from going, and you can spam them on the slope as well and see anything on tracks. Your demo is basically gonna be spamming and trying to make them like force early as they're walking through these like 2 fucking bracket things. It's just the slope. It's like you get the perfect arc, and then you also get the perfect arc on the cart from as it's walking up like the first hill. So as demo, you split your attention, or like you focus it depending on what's more important at the time. But the things you're going to be watching are the slope and the cart. Pyro's floating around as usual. The NG gun for this point, it's gonna be pretty far back. It can't really see the cart. There's no good spot to place it where it can really see the cart. We're always gonna be like crouched behind it and escape. So that's why it's important to have other people ready to like focus the cart, like your demo, your scout. You know, it'll be like somewhere far back on the tracks, or like I've seen it like over here. You really want to wrangle as they come here into this point, because the wrangler knockback is nuts, and if your pyro manages to air blast like downwards to get them in the air, they're just gonna be sent off a cliff, and you're gonna laugh, and it's kind of busted, but yeah, make sure you're ready to like knock them back as they come, because it's very powerful. Your scout can be playing around shithouse, basically just spy checking, spotting, and then fighting the cart. But you can like roam around, like if you want to go and peek cat, like be more aggressive depending, like you want to try and not feed, but it's good to get the eyes on where things are and where people are. Generally you don't want to take SVS on defense. However, this is like a really advantageous SVS, so it kind of depends, especially if people, I don't know, like you have a high ground here. It's way easier to hit the shot on a sniper in-house or cat than it is for or well, especially in-house than it is for them to hit you.
Yeah, I
It just
usually
sort of
hate
depends.
taking this SVS. This is like one of the least fun SVSs to take.
When you're on blue?
Both teams actually.
Oh,
But I know I should be looking for it on the blue team.
okay. Exchanges is basically gonna be the same thing. Like first. Oh, I guess I didn't talk about them 1 second. But I don't know if there's any like anything different to really cover for exchanges. On third, you wanna focus your attention. Demo pyro, and then your demo is basically gonna, like, there's not gonna be shiny. If it's just like what also for demo pyro on the exchange, you're not gonna be able to shoot any shiny things here. You want to take it to the cart, and if they try to push the cart during the exchanges, those players are gonna die, and we're gonna have no one that can push the cart in the post, and that's really good. Or if it's the opposite way, and they don't have anyone on. Basically, you're just gonna pick whatever to shoot at that you actually can shoot at. You don't have to look at the Uber at all during the Uber, because you're not gonna do anything to shiny players. You know, you always look through the non-shiny, and the cart's gonna be like the most important here. But yeah, assuming like there's nothing to look at per cart, then you're gonna want to just trap off like the slope as your pyro stuffs them in, and hopefully try to catch their Uber in where they're just gonna die to sticks if they try to leave. Okay. What else is for third? You can always peek aggressive like in their house if you guys want, or, like as a team. Honestly, you can get away with a lot just by walking at things. If they're like AFK in house, not doing anything, not looking anything, just like a med demo and pyro or whatever. You know, like the easiest way to pressure cat is to walk at him. You guys do it as a team. Like sometimes I've mentioned on product review, there's times their team should not be allowed to exist where they're currently standing, and then you can just walk up literally and kill them. Even more so with ad. I can't go into it like that much because I don't have fucking time, but please keep that in mind. Last, so you might have heard tiles is like the best hole. One sec. Okay. You might have heard that tiles is like the best hold, the holy hold, the only hold that really matters on upward. But that's not really true. You may think of like the passive or like the last resort holds, like either the KND hold or the pub spot hold as like, you know, a kind of last defense if you can't get the tiles. But really, the only thing you gain in tiles over being like in one of those two spots is you stop the sniper from peeking, and that's like what really matters. Honestly, you don't really have a reason to be in tiles as long as their sniper cannot exist in tiles, because that's like the reason they want to hold it. They want to make space for your sniper to try to spawn, and that's like the upward push killer if their sniper gets the tiles. Okay, but if you guys are holding tiles, like it's a good place to like start out, but don't be too like focused on trying to play tiles as much as possible unless it's perfectly safe to get back to, and their snipers like you know um heavy watching the stairs, demo soldier playing in clock. Well, this is like general things to watch, but it depends. You always want to rotate and give attention to wherever needs it. Like if there's actually nothing in clock and then they're walking under, your demo can rotate and look at this, and then your soldier can try to go behind and then pressure from a different angle as well. You know, don't like focus on what like the one job I mentioned or whatever. Uh, don't stand in the corner as medic because it sucks and you're gonna get caught by sticks or something, or you're just gonna get run at by something unspotted under. This window is a lot safer, and it gives you like, or even playing like in the connector between clock and tiles, because you can get out through the window to spawn, and then you get to heal more people in clock as well, and then rotate back and forth. Or if you want to play this window, and then you can back up to crates and then spawn. It does suck because on this back out to tiles, like as a team, their snipers, they might be able to get a shot, but you kind of just have to go for it. Exchanges, you want to keep exchanges here solo as possible, as on as few people as possible. It can be like just on a heavy for coming under. Basically, you don't want to. It's a choke. It's really dangerous to have like a long Uber because it's so easy to get caught, even by a difference of just a few seconds. Like their demo, just an extra stick or whatever. It's gonna suck. Yeah. So if you guys are leaving tiles, the like pub spot holds. It's basically you have like your choice of either on top or on the ground, and it's gonna be your demo, pyro, and medic at those two spots, and then your NG is gonna have his gun like here, and then your sniper has the choice of playing like by the NG and gun or somewhere on the peeking from the bottom spawns combo. Your heavies basically like only choice, or not really only. It depends. Sometimes you can play main and close if that's what your team's like doing, like the K and D hold. But if they're up top, then usually you're just gonna be like playing the head glitch anyway, and then eating a lot of bows. Your scout and soldier can basically wreak havoc. They're like your scout, soldier, and spy are gonna be like the lines of attack for getting their sniper. They're like the three most capable people who can get a sniper out of tiles by themselves. Because your scout can double jump through the window in a clock. Your soldier can do the jump there. Like they can just sack and die for the sniper in clock or in tiles, and that's perfectly fine. Because that's like what's gonna stop you guys on defense the most. If you guys want to retake tiles, don't be like. Basically, if you don't have enough people, if it's not safe, if there's actually a reason to do it, then the best way to do that's probably go under, and then up these stairs and up the tiles. You will have to make a cross, but it's pretty small. You just want to go like with at least 2 or 3 people at a time, because it can be really dangerous if anyone goes by themselves. They'll just get caught from people in spiral. Or like buddy up. Watch out for the Harry Potter bomb when you're in tiles. Most soldiers are gonna jump from under up here and then just waddle and jump here. So it's pretty easy to spot actually from the window as medic if you're just looking up there. But honestly, there's a lot more people that should spot that too. Just make sure you see it, and then your pyro can just like stare at it. He should like, same thing again. As long as you guys know about it, you'll be okay. Okay. I think that's it for the last holds. How much time? Oh, fuck. Alright, 13-minute offense. I've mentioned a lot of offense things on defense already, so hopefully it shouldn't be too complicated.
Back way.
Okay. Pushing first, you guys have your choice of 20 billion sacks. Your demo can try and stick, like, overhead, try and get over the hill in the Rikubi, or you can do the parachute bomb on the far right and try and kill the gun or sniper or something on a playground. Your soldier can do the jump off of this and then here to land on Cubby, or there's like a fast bomb you can do off of this wall, or like a high bomb, and then you just pogo along the slope, and then you slide on the ramp, and it goes really far and like really high, and you can land like right here, like on Vertelli or something. That's playing far back, or you can sack for the sniper as well, just to make sure you guys will have a fine post if you're quick enough with your Uber after the sack. Anyone that can run in from tracks should do it if they're not on the cart, and then obviously you don't want your medic on the sack. But yeah, however, the goal of a sack is not to get something. The goal of a sack, the reason you're sacking is because you have nothing better to do while you're waiting for the cart to get up to about here in the brackets. Don't focus too much on like sacking until you get something, because it's basically usually going to be one, very rarely two, until your cart's actually up. It's because you have nothing better to do. I love all these like vomited health kits all over the floor.
Who did that?
Okay. Once you guys get your meta at spawn, I'd advise, said it before, taking the Uber from tracks, and it'll be on either a solo demo, or sometimes you can have a pyro in it, but it really depends on what you guys prefer. And then the main goal of this is to force the Uber, kill their gun, or floating,
What the fuck?
and then not
Whoa.
get caught on the way out. The main thing for fighting your post is their sniper cannot be allowed to stand on playground. So you guys generally are gonna want to rotate over to the right and put a lot of pressure onto just running up the sniper, bombing the sniper, dying for the sniper, stabbing, SPS, whatever. Make sure this guy, even if he's alive, even if he's not dead, make sure he cannot sit his ass on playground and peek fire you guys and just ruin your entire upward first offense. That's the most important thing. If you guys fear the sniper, that's how you're gonna die to him. You guys just have to like bite the bullet and run at playground, because you're close. It's way easier to pressure. So the
Catch.
track.
Never mind. No time.
Okay. So the posts are basically, it's just gonna be grouping up, getting how it's. There isn't like anything different to say besides you guys are just gonna try and peek like this angle. From tracks, or sometimes you can do it from here, but it kind of depends. And then players that can jump on the playground, play it from there, are your scout, soldier, NG, and sometimes also your heavy. Okay, second. So the two main second pushes are one over hill and one over side tunnel. But they're both gonna kind of result in the same Uber. The side tunnel isn't really as advisable because it's easy to get stuffed if they know about it. And then it's also kind of like more of like a resort or like a last resort. If hill, just you cannot get this guy, their sniper off of porch or whatever. So if their sniper's on porch, obviously the first thing you want to do is try and get your sniper to win the SPS. So you peek your sniper along with other people at the same time as you cross. Like it's not let you just stand there, but you guys, like as a combo, you try and cross past the sight line over to the right as your guy peeks, and then hopefully you win the SPS. Okay, get the cross off, whatever. If that doesn't work for whatever reason, and you guys are like still stuck, you don't have a sniper to SPS with or something, you can go side tunnel for your Uber, but it basically cannot be spotted. You can try and rat out their spy beforehand, but if they know you're going side tunnel or you're too slow enough, plan it like too much, whatever, you're gonna sit a pyro here and your Uber's not even gonna get out. But if you do take the Uber from side tunnel, or take it over from hill, from the right side walking into them, it's kind of going to end the same way. You're going to end over the hill. There's not like a whole lot of specific things to say again, except it's going to be, if you're going hill, you can do demo scout. If you're going side tunnel, you can do demo pyro. And basically, if you're going side tunnel, don't end in side tunnel. You want to back up and end on the hill, like just as you would as if it was a hill Uber. And then basically this entire fight, Ubering, whatever, obviously you want to get as much space as possible before you have to like use the button. So it can kind of be variable when you guys are actually going to use. But you'll be taking it like steps at a time and then use it whenever you need to. So you cross over to the right, you can try and spam them behind the rock over here. You walk at them as they back up, and then basically once you guys have the corner and they're back on porch, the second is pretty much yours. The cart, the point, which is usually, actually, uh-oh. Did the server just die? Anyone else?
No.
Yeah, I can still join.
What the hell? Can I not move? Oh, I accidentally no-clipped in the ground. My no-clip binds is like it's next to my push to talk bind, so I think I hit it
What
on
the
accident.
heck is that?
Making...
Okay, the
It's a
point normally
He-Man.
exists, but it's gonna be harder. They have to walk to you guys really to stop it. And then it's really easy to stop them from walking here by putting like your heavy and soldier in apartments peeking the window. Your demo is close on the ground. You have your sniper like cliff or whatever. Yeah. And then the other really good thing when you guys they're already in passive hold is your soldier can high bomb from the porch and then land basically on top of all of them, like in the corner. And then it's hard to see until it's like really late. It's difficult to call. But yeah, once you're passive, the point's pretty much won. Transition time on the third. All right, 6 minutes. I'll do this. This is a very long way to push the cart. So you guys can probably get multiple sacks in if you want. It depends. Sometimes you can take the space and just make space for your cart. But if you're doing fine, then you can sack. You can jump from tracks on the brick combo. Or if you want to find somewhere to walk at them, you can probably try and go shit house. But yeah. Playing third, basically your two main options are either house or tracks. I hate house so much. Playing tracks, you have options. You can focus cart or you can focus the slope. Here, you're stuck to the slope. You can't cross the tracks without having to walk across the entire site. Anyway, without having to walk across the entire sight line. And you're really stuck. Basically, the only player that can do something from house is your sniper. And everyone else is just standing AFK, and it's until they actually walk, and it sucks. Tracks I like a lot more. Because you're gonna help basically your like third game plan is gonna be you help your card up the first hill and then the second hill, and you can probably get it up 2 as you guys are playing tracks. And then your demo is gonna be trying to spam the cart. You have your pyro sitting on it, air blasting, your demo tries to counter spam. And then once it's up the second hill, you'll have like your medic tanking the people on the cart and trading spam as well. Your soldier is gonna be like playing cat, basically trying to sit on your sniper, or you can sometimes get a bomb in, like off of this wall. Or actually, I think there's a cat bomb. You can do like a high one from over there and land number combo as you guys walk. But you can babysit your sniper, just make space on cat, like stop their soldier from existing on cat so that your sniper can get the killer angle. Because if your sniper can sit on cat, or even like in a house, and then watch just this cross, it's gonna be very hard for the defense to like walk up the cart and fight it. And like obviously, like the cart is the objective, so that's really good. What did I not mention? You're heavy on the posts, so you guys are gonna try and get as much as you can from tracks, and then once you rotate the slope, this is where you're gonna actually like start taking your Uber. You want to spam out the heavy like sticks or trap them off or whatever from U-turn. And then you walk and you're gonna take it around the corner. You pretty much always want your pyro in this Uber because otherwise you're gonna get air blasted and it's really bad. So your pyro is there to like help counter air blast and stop that. You want to back up as much as you need to for the posts so you don't get caught off this, and then you kind of just run again for your post. And then your posts, generally the way we're gonna work is you're sort of playing defense on offense. You don't really need to walk at them. Basically, the only thing you need to do in a post is make space for your cart. If you stop them from peeking your eyes in a cart, like you can literally just trap off this line as demo, and it's gonna be really hard for them to. Because once the cart's like up here, then the point pretty much won. So you can post up like your heavy and soldier, either U-turn, or you can have your heavy go in shit house instead. And your demo and your pyro is gonna be protecting your meta and your demo, or basically you're just gonna watch main and make sure they can't walk that way. Real quick, last. Okay, last kind of sucks to push, but there's like two phases. One is getting them out of tiles, and then one is like the actual overhold. So you guys are getting them out of tiles. You're normally gonna try and fight it from a spiral and then under. This is a tough dry fight. It's a lot safer with Uber and then just ending up with an advantageous post, but it sort of depends. It can be okay to dry as long as you have something like watching your getaway, so you don't get caught by something like the soldier flanking block or something just walking from under. Under's generally a lot safer to fight tiles than clock because you don't have to worry about the awful demo spam angle directly onto the stairs, and then also you don't have to cross the sight line that can be seen from spawn or from tiles. And then same thing over here. So generally, like the way your Ubers are gonna work, it can be either just your demo or your demo and your pyro. It depends. You're clearing it out like a little bit at a time, and then it's sort of like the same thing as like upward hill, where you're gonna kind of just get as much as you can for free, and then use when you need to. So you try and like peek the pack a little bit, and then you peek like the stairs, and then you fight whatever's like in the corner, and then you kind of use when you need to, and don't post. It is very dangerous to kite down here on the post. Good players are actually just gonna run at you. This is kind of where you have to go. Once you guys have tiles, basically the only reason you have tiles is to make sure they're not in tiles so that your sniper can play here. Once your sniper is up here, buffed, and raining terror on them, then you guys, like the other thing you need to do from tiles or after that is kill the gun. And then once their gun is dead, they're not in tiles, you guys want to flood the cart basically, and just no fear. Even if their sniper's alive, it doesn't matter. You guys are just gonna 9-man through main or drop down from tiles or whatever. If you have the Uber again for whatever reason, you can take it. Just use that a window and then use the respawn. You want to stop the spawn doors and then make space for your gamers on the cart. So your demo can play like left or right and then watch the bottom door. You can have your soldier bomb the top left, watch the top door, hard scoped on it, your pyro, your med tanking people on the cart, pyro air blasting things on the cart. What the fuck? Yeah, don't just sit AFK. If they don't have tiles, it's gonna be like a main push. If your combo's holding the bottom, you want to fight them there. If they're on the top, they're pretty far. And then like basically from the top, it's only gonna be like for demo like single deading on the cart, and then it's easy to just reflect. You guys just need to actually drop out of tiles, flood through, and try and lock them in their own spawn, basically. But yeah. My like very sped through miniature upward review. Are there any questions?
There's one thing on upward last I want to say. When you're grouping it for a push, don't linger in spiral that is a death sentence.
Yeah, please. Unless you're like tanking someone to make space, like in clock, like a soldier walking through or whatever. You guys can stay around tracks. It's a lot safer.
Never linger
then-
spiral, because then demo will just walk at you.
Yeah. And then you're also like 3 battalions for every soldier.